Again, another exciting episode, our second live episode here on X, formerly known as Twitter. And I'm just clicking around right now to make sure we are live. And it looks like we are. So, GM Ezrin, my lovely co host from across the pond, how are we doing this morning, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Um, yeah, it's my evening here, but after a busy day, I'm ready for this. I've been excited to see where we all finished up and find out what we've got for the week and what we can look forward to going forward into the next tournament, number 22.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. You said it perfectly. 21 main contests wrapped up. Each one is about a week long. So we're almost through half a year of contests here with Fantasy Top, which is a little crazy to think that it's been moving this quickly. But I've been having fun the whole time, and I think you have too, right, Ezra?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I was actually looking at my the new page for the rewards, and you begin to see the how many contests you've entered. So I think I was up at like 75 or something, which I was like, oh my god.
It's a little staggering when you see it put in front of you like that, and you start to think maybe I do have a problem, but no, it can't be me, right?
Not just me, you mean?
Yeah, maybe that's a better way. Not just me, but all of us here. All right, so 11:02, giving it 2 or 3 minutes here for folks to filter in. So welcome again. We are your lovely hosts here at Fantasy Top Down Live, Silva Surger and Ezrin here at MVHQ, and we're excited to bring you, the best analysis there is around Fantasy Top. So we're gonna give you a little analysis of the past week that just wrapped up. We're going to look forward to next week, maybe even give you some of our undervalued or kind of our value plays on the market for ahead of next week's contests. And as you know, we're going to rip some packs because that's probably the scratching that main degen itch here in fantasy. So without further ado, let's roll into our little performance review, looking at how we did this past week that just wrapped up. Ezra, you want to take the first leap here? Or you want me to lead it off?
I'll let you go this time.
All
Let's
right.
start with yourself. I think I stole the beginnings last time, so you're, you're
True. And after giving your performance a little bit of an early peek before show hours here, I know I won't be able to follow it up, so I will gladly go first. All right. So looking here at main 21 tournament results in my bronze lineup, I had, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10, something like that. As you see, most between 8,000, 3,000, nothing special. Did have one here, finished in the top 1,000 ranked, so that got me a pack, a couple thousand points, and a little bit of gold. So
nice. Tough league,
always,
bronze.
dude, it is unrelenting bronze. I'm just about ready to give up on it if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I feel you. I know what that feels like.
Yeah, man. We can get into that maybe after we do our look at last week and head and look into next week because there's also some exciting news we're gonna get to. But back on the performance review track, silver tournaments went a little bit better through four lineups
Nice.
in there. Had 1600, 1300, two top 1000s as well as one that was 300. That was a top 100 at points. So felt pretty good about that. Woke up to it finishing worse than I'd hoped, but in the end, pretty happy with 69 gold. Nice. Three packs and a little bit of ETH there.
Yeah, for sure. It's good when it all stacks up, isn't it? It's like even though you get a few in the hundreds, maybe not top prize, but you still end up with a decent amount of rewards at the end of it.
Yeah, man. Whether silver, bronze, I know I'm not going to have the absolute best winning lineups week in, week out. But for me, it's just how you kind of pointed it out, right? I stack three cards from silver, one from bronze, 15,000 fan points, another 5K in bronze. Like that, it's not a ton, but it's also not nothing, right? And I do think just stacking rewards week in, week out, it's kind of an undervalued thing here.
Yeah, you can go top prize, or you can kind of try and throw lines in that are going to get you a good stack.
Yeah, absolutely. Couple of different ways to play. There's always those top performers, right? Vondo, Arc Space, Degen Ape. They're always gunning for first place, but there's nothing wrong with gunning for, top 100 or even just a minimum cash, right? In Elite, that's two or three cards each, so that's nothing to write home or nothing to balk at rather.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, so rounding it out, I do have my elite lineups here. Usually where I place the best because my best lineup is I do put forth my best cards in elite. My worst finish in a little while, Ezra, with 68th place finish, thanks to DCF God taking this past week off. He had zero posts, 0 points, so just a big old goose egg for the God himself. But
Oh,
I
did you run him in that 68 line?
I didn't, thankfully. I was
Okay, I thought you pulled 68th with a 0. I was thinking, oh my god, but
that
okay, I see, I see.
that would have been as impressive as it would be maddening to an extent.
I was like, who else is in that line? Yeah.
I mean, that's
Okay,
the
I
kind
get
of
you.
thing. If I put anyone else, I might have gotten a top 20, top 10 score. So yeah, thankfully I did get DCF, one of the better heroes about just being transparent for fantasy top. He says pretty point blank, don't play me in fantasy this week. I will not be tweeting. So when he says that, I've tended to trust him. So I played another card in his spot. Still got 68th, got 5 cards, 0.05 ETH. I will take that all day, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I respect that when you get a hero that does that. Just like, let us know if you're not there. We'll happily sub you in and out. It's much better than having like an inconsistent hero that just like. I mean, I get it. Not everyone's as involved, but when you get a hero that's happy to like keep people posted, that's certainly useful to know when you're purchasing a card.
100%, dude. I think honestly, because I only own 2 legendary cards. One of them I got on an up roll from upgrading to a rare, and the other one I actually bought. The only one I bought was DCF God because of how transparent he is, right? And I appreciate knowing when I can play him, when to sit him. Sure, I'm losing a little bit of value every week I sit him, and he's just, collecting no points in any lineups. But like you said, would much rather have that than the opposite, where you're putting him in lineups and he might not tweet for 3 weeks at a time. Cough, cough, intuito, cough, cough. Um, so yeah, a little sad he didn't play this week, but not the end of the world, right?
Yeah, for sure. I still threw my legendary DCF in a line, but I think it didn't do great.
Sorry to hear that, man.
No, it's fine. It was the same as you. I thought, well, I could just throw some. I never know how the sharing, like the reward share, works because I think there's something to do with. I'm not sure if it plays out on if you hold the card or if you play the card. So sometimes if I've just got it sitting there, I'll just like throw it in just to tick a box.
That is a great little a great piece of advice there, right? Like we never,
I
you
might
know.
be wrong.
Hell, Ezra, we're probably wrong about most of what we're saying, but thankfully it's just us up here and no one can tell us that, right?
No one watches this.
but I do think there's a point to that, right? I'll come back to the rewards here. Well, actually, I can't. In the regular reward screen, there's weekly challenges, daily challenges, right? You never know when there's going to be one that's just have entered X hundred number of cards in lineups, right? Like there could be something like that for 5,000, 10,000 fan points. It's not silly just to throw them in just to use it for some future metric which may be rewarded. So I do think that's a very keen point there.
Yeah, if you're not planning on selling it, it's better you throw it in a lineup than just have it sitting in your inventory doing not very much.
100%, right? Why let it sit there collecting dust, especially if you're not going to sell it? That is the key there. Just throw it in, and who knows? Maybe you get a couple free points you weren't expecting initially. So
Yeah.
all right,
Nice. So
mate.
let's should we get into this? Let me see.
Yes, sir. Without further ado,
Oh,
it's time to rip some packs, folks.
I've not even looked if we've even got new heroes to get in these
we
packs.
we haven't, thankfully. I remember, I think it was Travis Bickle actually tweeted about it at the beginning of the week when the vote went live. He mentioned that they will only be voting out heroes this time, not adding new heroes.
Oh,
Which
damn. I didn't realize that. That's cool.
it is cool, especially for some of the math plus EV maxis out there, which we may or may not be. It's not going to be a ton, but every pack we open today, or every card we burn, should just be a little bit mathematically better for rewards to pull, right? Because they took out
Hmm.
5 low scoring cards that we cannot pull right now, so it should improve all of our higher end results, right, Ezra? And I know you're the dev here, so I'm counting on you to check my math.
Yeah, I mean, +5, better chance. Yeah.
All
Math
right.
checks out.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. Ezrin is guaranteeing 5 7-star cards on this stream. At least that's what I interpreted it as. So here
Ah,
we go.
I don't remember saying that, but yeah.
Well, as maybe as it's not for you to determine, Ezrin. It's for the lovely audience at home.
So this will be our first 7-star then. Let's see.
Imagine if it was, I would flip. All right, folks. Clover's in the chat, please. Clover's in the chat. We need them all. We need all the luck we can get. It's time for some pack rips. Here
The
we.
last 7-star I pulled was an L. Like the actual card, the L. I saw the stars and I was like, oh.
You can get a little bit of a fake out like that sometimes. But let's hope for no
Yeah.
fake outs today, buddy.
But remember, this week we're 1 to 8. So the star
Ooh.
rankings have changed for the first time since the beginning of the tournament.
So you're rugging me now, actually, right? I wanted a
Yeah.
7-star. Now you're gonna rug me. Tell me it's a 6-star. Used to be a 7. I see your
Yeah.
game here, Ezen. Okay.
Just wanna let's just make sure we're not held accountable.
Oh no, this is all legally binding, sir. You're on the hook. All right, here we go. First pack. Come on, fantasy. Hit me with a banger.
Come on.
Oh God.
I mean, we love Travis, but I'll just leave it there. We love Travis.
Just
Yeah,
one of the top French devs in the space. I mean, I'll give him that, but I think the single star we see right here does about all the talking we need.
Moving on.
Ouch is right, Mac Attack. Ouch is right. That was could have been better. Could have been better. All right. No time wasted. Got the memory of a goldfish here on Fantasy Top Down. I don't even remember ripping an old pack. All I've got is this new one in front of me with 3 sick cards. Guaranteed to be better than the last. Right, Ezrin?
Correct.
Oh God, it better be. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Let's see it. Oh, okay. 3 commons.
Okay, 3 commons.
3-star Mike Dudas. Another one. I think there's some heat behind here, though, Ezrin.
No way. Did you see a glimmer? I never saw.
I saw a glimmer of some stars. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, obviously had a good week, star-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, considering we've ran 30 packs and got 2 stars only, this is still good. I keep having to go back there to like when we opened like a pack of 18 and it was just 2s and 2s and 2s and 2s.
Two.
Yeah, so take stars. Star count is up. Good job.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's Big Dick Bull. We'll look at his chart after this, but he's all over the place. Sometimes he won't tweet at all. Sometimes he's a 7-star. So I'll take it rather than the 2, 3, or 1 stars now. And hey, you kept your promise, Ezrin. I got a 7-star.
Yeah.
Fantasy claws over there, just making all my dreams come true, eh?
That's it. Yeah.
All right, last one here.
Right, here we go. 68. That's a solid win for Elite.
It is, considering, I mean, that lineup was 2 epics and 3 rares, so far.
What was your ETH for that?
0.05.
That's really good.
Yeah, I'm happy with that, right? I think overall I ended 0.07-ish on the week, so 0.07, 10 card rewards. I'll take it for having my best card not even played.
Yeah, do it. And then obviously it's going to be 5 7s coming out. So.
Oh, has to be, baby. Has to be. Come on, baby. Big bucks, big bucks. Not to be confused with the NFT project of the same name. Oh, Tom Schmidt, you asshole.
Not everyone was voted out.
There's always the next time, right? Okay,
Right,
let's get rid of Tommy.
Okay.
AI, another burned candidate. Ooh, Vidamo.
Yes, good one. Because he had a. I mean, you check his chart after, but I was gonna say he's looking like he might be back. That's 2 weeks in a row that he's performed like almost back to where he was in the early days when his card used to trade for a lot.
100%. He was a perennial top 20 hero, fell down into the hundreds even, I want to say, but now he seems back. I mean, maybe it was a vacation, maybe a little shadow ban, you never really know, but That's my first Vidamo card, and I am beyond thrilled to have it.
Good job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for gifting me these 7 stars. I mean, incredibly gracious. I can't say I'm going to do the same for you. So,
That's fine. I'm used to it.
all right, let's finish up. See what we got in the last half of the pack here. An
Okay.
OX.
Perk. Yeah.
Yeah. We both said it totally right.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Chiefing. I like Chiefing. That's a great card for playing in most of the cap tournaments coming up.
Yep.
Down at a 4 this time is great as well. Also plays fantasy and runs his own legendary, so happy with that. That's a good card to get.
Agreed. That'll be a little bit of alpha we're going to touch on right after we're through with the packs here. But yeah, Chiefing, maybe a 4 star, but sneaky, one of the best 4 stars you can own. And we'll explain why. But overall, Ezra, I mean, not like my best return as far as like number of packs, but Vidamo, Big Dick Bull, Chiefing, this is one of my stronger
I'd be
weeks,
happy
man.
with that. Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for, all the chat. Thank you for the luck, Ezrin. Thank you for the guaranteed 7 stars. Like you said, I mean, if you had that kind of power this whole time, kind of upset you weren't using it from the beginning, but whatever. We won't worry about that.
It doesn't work on me though, you know that.
Sure it doesn't, buddy.
I take all the 2s so that you can run the 7s. Right, here we go. Do you want to switch? Should we have a look?
Yes, sir. Yeah, switched it over to you right now. So let me see how you did, Ezra, and let me tell the audience how dominant were you this past week.
Okay, so we had a pretty good week for cards, I gotta say. So you can see my screen, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we are live.
Okay, so in the gold, I managed to get a ton up in the top 1,000. There was only 4 of my lines fell below that. So yeah, I managed to, for gold, pull in 8 cards and just 0.01 ETH on that. But most of the time I go cards. I run as many lines tends to be my approach, instead of necessarily trying to top out to get all the ETH. So yeah, I managed to pull 8 there in gold.
No small feat at all. I don't even play gold anymore, Ezrin, because I found I don't know, I underperformed there compared to every other league. So seeing all of those top 1,000 scores, GG, man, you crushed it.
Thank you. Do you know, I think, and I'll go into how some of this happened, but yeah, bronze, I had my best bronze in a long time. The fact that I got any rewards or more than 1 card is impressive, and I put that down to my boy Pintoshi.
Ooh.
I played him in a ton of lines and took the risk. I thought I'd never score in bronze. I'm going to throw a bunch in here. He showed signs of life. Nice to have that guy back. And so some of these were looking insane during the tournament. They tapered off somewhat, but yeah, pulled in 0.02 ETH and 4 cards for bronze. Then that takes us to silver, where I managed to get, again, I ran 4 Pintoshi rares in silver.
Wow.
Got six cards and 0.04. So I put a lot of risk on Pintoshi and it paid off.
Yeah, you're underplaying that a little bit, Ezrin. A little bit of risk on for Pentoshi does not begin to describe it. I mean, you have an army of you might as well be filming the sequel to March of the Penguins with your wallet. I mean, you have tons and tons of Pentoshis, the definition of a conviction play. And you can see it right there. It played out to perfection in those lineups. So many in the top 300, 400, 500. Like, just, I don't know if you can hear it, but that is my round of applause for you for, I mean, having conviction, having a thesis, watching it play out in front of you and getting rewarded. Just huge round of applause, man. You crushed it.
Thanks. It was. I mean, it was touch and go for a while. He was nearly voted out. There was
6 times.
the Bitcoin all-time high was getting further and further away, and I just kept stacking and picked up a good bunch. I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm glad he's back. Glad he survived another round of votes.
Absolutely.
So yeah, happy. Hopefully he's not going to be on the chopping board again.
Well, a
Um,
funny little piece about that. Did you notice with the vote that just recently concluded this
he
week
wasn't on it. He wasn't
that
on it.
the list was very, very much smaller than normal? Normally, I mean, there's 50, 60, 100 heroes to choose from. This time, I think
Yeah.
it topped out at 25. So if he can just stay above that 1 star watermark, which is probably literally one tweet a week, I think you're going to be fine, man.
He is. I think he is. I mean, that one tweet right before the vote, where he came back, basically got him out the bottom 25. I think he was running a score of like 400 or something, which was obviously way higher than a lot of the guys in the bottom. So yeah, he avoided that. So yeah, good timing, worked out. But yeah, we've got 6 cards and 0.04 thanks to a couple of these top three. I don't know which one actually. I guess the top two got
Mm-hmm.
0.04. And then yeah, going into elite. Yeah, I managed to do really well in elite. I only had
Oh,
one. I only had one line fall out of the scoring there. So I
amazing.
pulled in 14 cards. The thing with elite, it's difficult to you get more cards, but it's more tough to get the rewards. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that. So yeah, the total for the week was 32 cards and 0.07 if my quick maths is correct.
Woo! Boy's hot. The boy is hot.
So we got some. We can open some of these. Let's see what we get.
Oh man.
What
32
should we?
cards. I pulled two 7 stars out of 10, so I'm expecting minimum 6 7 stars from you right now, Ezrin.
Is that what I'm on for? I like the sounds of that.
That's just simple math, man.
Yeah, I'm in the hunt for 2 Rasmers more to get a
Ooh.
rare, and 2 more Smoltings. So if I get a Rasmer or a Smolting, I'll be happy. That saves me having to hit the marketplace.
We'll do you one better. We're gonna, we're gonna throw enough luck your way. You're gonna pull a rare of one or both of those. You won't even need the commons. Straight past it.
Well, let's see.
Come on, lad.
Oh, oh, okay. Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna go a bit speedy
Oh,
here.
Evan. Oh, okay.
Mika,
Let's
take that.
go.
She's got her new goggles on as well, getting the
Mm,
mog.
yes,
Like
sir.
that. Oh yes, that's my second Weiwu, which has been somewhat underperforming compared to what I thought was going to come from Weiwu. But that was my second Weiwu out of pack, and a Mika. I'm super happy with that.
That is, yeah, I would be too, bro. Mika, 8 stars.
Oh, this was my tactics. Obviously, just come in as well. I
Congrats there
managed.
too, bro. Looks like
Yeah, I
a healthy
managed to.
win.
Yeah, I was decent. Oh,
Imagine being Ezra and just waking up and having pop-ups showing you win left, right, and center. I could never.
that was. Oh no. Okay, here we go. What's this? Oh, I've got to claim these. Okay. Yeah, that was a good win on the tactics. I think I ran 4 lines and pulled in a decent haul. Right.
Yep.
Anyway, let's keep this going. Gold. Do you know, it's been so long since I've pulled anything apart from a common. I
Yeah.
don't even know if I've ever done it. Do you know that's crazy?
I've pulled one, maybe two rares, but they've all been 1 or 2 stars. So
And das pack is not it either. But okay. Right, Alex.
okay,
Scissor.
not terrible.
Clear pill.
Boo, clear pill, boo.
Oh,
Oh,
third Weiwu. Take
oh,
that. Okay.
you're
It might
about
be.
to have a rare after these, baby.
That is not bad. Right. Okay. Oh, best card in the whole game.
You can't escape it.
I just need to take a second to breathe here. My boy. Okay, we're gonna go. Elio!
Okay, it's a good
Okay.
4 star.
That's my first MERP, so it means I'll now have to look into what I think of MERP.
Oh,
I take that. Weiwu, Pintoshi, and Elio. I'm happy.
yeah, I would
I'm
be.
happy with that. Okay,
Considering, I
let's keep.
mean, the Weiwu commons are going for 0.035.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
yeah, I mean, whew.
Okay. Keep on trucking.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Get back to some 7 or 8 stars here, maybe a rare.
Come
Come
on.
on, get in.
Okay, they're all green.
Oh, bastards.
Not so fast. Control. Bread.
Ooh,
I
let's
like
go.
bread. I like bread. I like
Bread
bread.
guy coming off a top 30
Lawrence.
finish. Whoa.
Oh. DEX and Nader a 2. That's kind of, I mean, I don't know. I kind of expected more since Eigen dropped,
Yeah.
but I don't know. But there we go. There we go. Lawrence, massive W. I'm really happy with that. That's my second Lawrence common. So I am, yeah, that's probably my favorite out of the lot there.
That's
And then
amazing.
Bread, he's pretty consistent to play as well.
I mean, yeah, Brett had his best finish in a long time, a top 30 in this last main that just finished. So nice one there.
Nice. And what we're looking at for a Lawrence common?
Lawrence, he also had a really strong finish. He finished this past week at 16th place, not bad. And his common currently trades for 0.056 ETH.
Oof, that's hot.
But
Right,
here's
this
the
is our
big one.
last. That was my big one there. Right, this is the last big pack. Let's see what we get.
Come on, come
They're all
on.
green. They're all green.
Oh,
They're all green.
but
They're all green.
still, so you're gonna have something big. You got one big card in here. I can feel it.
You reckon?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go. Let's. Oh, I like
Oh,
that.
that's a
Take the
good one.
relic.
I mean, he's got top five potential. Like he's finished top five multiple times.
Yeah,
He's just sometimes he doesn't post, but I love him for a value play.
yeah. I usually put him like a mid line
Mm,
because if like a decent mid line, you know, it's
totally.
not my top, but not my God AI Rev taking over. Page Max Mikado. Yeah.
Come on, come on. Oh my.
Oh, this is getting back to what I'm used to.
You
I
know,
mean,
I can't
I
help. I
mean,
can't help but feel like it was my fault. Guaranteeing you'd hit something there, and I
that's
feel
alright.
awful.
Do you know what? I'm gonna say there is a new play mode that these might be useful for.
Well, Ezra, I think that is just about the best kind of segue we could ask for to maybe transition from some of our pack rips and looking at last week to turn in an eye to the future and looking at, news and updates for Fantasy Top. And it just so happens, my friend, there is going to be a new tournament type introduced for next week. Um,
Show me.
so yeah, let me.
Let's switch back over to you, and then we can have a wee look at this because I've not
Yes,
even managed to. I saw the tweet, but I've not actually dug into the details yet. So
perfect. So let's fire it up, folks. Well, if you go into the play over onto the side tab here and going to register a deck in a classic tournament, like always, down at the bottom you will notice in the iconic now Fantasy Top green, there is a new tournament for next week called Reverse Score, which is a common only tournament, 20-star minimum, not max,
men,
minimum. Yeah,
holy,
and
okay,
they're
reverse scoring.
introducing reversed scoring for this one, Ezra. Reversed scoring. Um,
Wow,
so what that means, they went through it in their tweet thread, but what it just means is that the worse your card does, right? So the lower it would normally score, it's reversed, right? So if you have a 0 points, you are probably going to be one of the top scoring quote unquote cards for this reverse score tournament.
wow. So like 0 will be 1,000, and
Yep.
then 40 will be like 9,960.
Yes, sir. So I'm just gonna.
Sorry, you know what I mean.
Oh
Yeah,
no, no, I know
nice.
exactly what you mean. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tab over here into last week's tournament just to throw up our analytics to see where all the heroes ranked.
Wow, this is going to be cool. So you're basically looking for heroes which have either said, I am taking a week off. That's going to be
Mm-hmm.
key. Like a DCF would have been a great way to tick off some
Oh my
stars.
God, yeah, because he was a 5 or a 6 star heading into this week.
Yeah, so we knew he was AFK. So yeah, even better reason for heroes to start telling you that they are going off because, well, they put in the marketplace fees, right? So if people start buying up their cards because they're going off for a week, then it's like out of office. Seriously valuable now.
Yep. So all those 1 and 2 stars that you just pulled there, if you got any Luke Martins or John Wangs, those are going to be hot cards for next week. I mean, really, literally any of these bottom 50, 60, whatever you see here, NBA Trays, Cozies, Mikado, Zagabond, throw them in there, right? I think for me, the hardest part is going to be that 20-star minimum cap. That
Yeah,
seems that's going to be a nightmare to try to fit around.
that is going to be tough.
Hell, let's take a look
Because
right now, just see how hard that would be.
I mean, dare to say it, is Pintoshi going to consistently post? Don't know. That could tick
Oh,
off a good amount.
that is a great, especially as a 6-star now. That is a great shout.
So you're basically thinking, I mean, inconsistent could completely ruin you though, because
Yeah,
there's going to be a decent amount of game theory around who is inconsistent, but also who is high star week off. Who's having a good week that doesn't usual is what I'm
yeah,
trying to say.
yep.
So I mean, if we look at
Uh,
like
Sex
5
offender.
stars and above, oh my god, there you go. So look, like 5 stars and above, lowest price. You've got people like Adam somehow pulled up 5 stars. Um, Interesting. This is going to be fun.
Ooh, go
I,
Kane. Kane is one I would absolutely throw in there at the top of your screen.
Kane.
A
Oh yeah,
s-
Kane.
They're
Perfect. Yeah.
normally 1 or 2 stars always. That is way too high. That ooh.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to think about all the deck types that, like the deck structures, because if you can find like one high star, I mean, you basically need probably 2 high stars plus 3 consistent low stars. But you want to go as low now with the new scoring that you're down at like 2 star.
Yep.
Because ones are just going to be a waste probably because they're not using up enough. Isn't this going to be fun? I mean, as I say, we've only just had this, so I'm going to have to think about the best way to play it. But I mean, the thing as well with some of these guys is they do come out with, some of them come out with total bangers.
Yeah.
1 week in, 1 week off, or like 10 weeks off, 1 week in.
Yep.
So that's going to be fun. Okay, okay. I need to think about this.
Yeah, I think, again, it's a testament to the fantasy team listening to the community, right? A lot of this, we brought it up 2 weeks ago, was brought up because one of the heroes, Evan Van Ness, wrote a pretty, a well detailed, well thought out article on Twitter just about some of his gripes and things he would like to see changed with fantasy. And now we have a new tournament, new game mode with brand new scoring rules. Like, the say what you will about maybe the site or the mobile application, but I think the devs, they clearly care. They're listening to the community, and they're iterating as quickly as they really can to try and make the community happy and keep the game as fresh and fun as possible. So I applaud Travis, Mikado, and Kippet for that.
Yeah, one other thing to mention is that this reverse score is only one type. They said this is going to be fluid. So next week we might not even have reverse score. We might have something else.
Yeah, it could. I've seen suggestions because this was a community suggestion. I'm sure they could have had it right. Reverse scoring is not an idea they could never have had. But I Cap, from MVHQ, kind of gave them that advice for this kind of tournament months and months ago, as well as some
Yeah,
other people on crypto Twitter and in group chats and whatnot. But
yeah,
you could see them get massively creative with this, right? We could see
for sure.
next week could be you need one, minimum one of every tier of card in your lineup, right? So you'd be forced to
Mhm.
play a common, rare, epic, legendary, and then just like a wild card for your last one. That they
Yeah,
could just get so crazy with some of these. So it's exciting to think some of the the variability this really introduces.
they could even do partnerships with like NFT
Mm-hmm.
collections. I'm thinking like the ones that we see feature a lot. Like you've got a bunch of puppets, you've also got a bunch of punks, but then as well you've got pudgies,
A lot of
which a
Miladies.
few. Bodoggles. If anyone's going to probably, I think Bodoggles is probably going to be one of the easier ones to get hold of with Clemente and others
Mm-hmm.
playing so often. But yeah, maybe you have to play one Bodoggle,
I mean,
something like
imagine,
that.
yeah, like I've thought about that a while, right? Like some of those kind of more interesting competitions, right? You need to play a Bodago PFP or two Miladies or a funny animal. You could even have it, like you were saying, sponsored
Funny
by the
animal.
Bodagos.
But yeah, you could win Bodoggles. Yeah, there
Yep,
you go. Stuff like that.
they
Yeah,
could.
that could be fun.
Yeah, It just
That's interesting.
it really makes me think that I know we highlighted we're about to be heading into week 22 of tournaments, but this product is still in its infancy, right, man? Like there's so much they can add to keep it fun, fresh, introduce new game modes. So
Yeah, still in beta apparently, according to the form.
still
They're
in
gonna drop
beta.
that at some point.
Fantasy Top and Top Shot, two of our favorite beta products.
Tough shot.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah,
But
we
yeah,
ripped
man.
a few of them in our day, didn't we?
Oh boy, more than a few, but those are old wounds. We don't want to get those mixed up with Fantasy Top. Get all my feelings just all destroyed right now.
I think I'm still waiting on my payout from Top Shot. It's like 1 cent per card that I owned or something.
Yeah, we'll get those in 2035 if we're lucky, bro.
Whoa. Yeah,
Well,
I must have
yes,
claimed like $6.
we're rich.
That's it.
So yeah,
Nice. Well, shall we? So that's gonna be fun. I'm interested to see what we end up pulling out for that reverse score. And I guess we can look at some of the new scoring and who we think might be useful for the capped tournaments coming up.
absolutely. And just right before we head there, Ezrin, I do want to point out in chat, just longtime MVHQ and Fantasy Top OG Corruption gave a really nice piece of advice there that I might end up following him, kind of tailing him on. Is he
Hmm.
says that he is only going to be playing reverse scoring instead of silver and bronze. Um, just because all of his bronze and silvers never really cash. I think we've seen a lot of that with a lot of our lineups from week to week. So
Hmm.
if you have 50, 100, whatever leftover cards, throw them in the reverse scoring, right? It's the very first week. No one will have a great read on how to play this. So this might be your best week to go in there and kind of, upset some of the whales and win more than you might normally.
That's a big, yeah, it's crazy actually, because that's then going to make the other, well, I don't mean just Seth not playing it, but um, if other people have a similar idea, then it's gonna split up some of the
Yep.
cards. Because I'd be interested to see where which leagues, probably bronze, right? Let's be serious.
Yeah.
Bronze is probably gonna a large part of bronze is probably gonna move into that reverse scoring. Um, so yeah, I might try and run maybe like half what I usually do in bronze, and then move a bunch over to this reverse.
Mm,
See where we sit.
yeah, I think that's a great shout. I will likely be trying something similar on my end. New tournament, got to try it out just to see if it's fun.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right, but
definitely run at least one line in there.
yeah, got to. I've got too much trash not to.
Exactly. It's gonna make me consider how much of my daily burning I do though, which is one of my favorite things to do.
Little late night burn session, eh?
Yeah, it's like, oh, just woke up during the night, quickly burn a card, go back to bed.
I'm sure the RNG will be in my favorite 2:30 a.m.
And that's when I pulled my Marusha.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Brag.
Just don't look at the other ones that I pulled this out.
Yeah, the 20 burns that were before that, all for one
Yeah.
stars.
Yeah, it's like Marusha cost 0.0 whatever, and I probably burned like double that to get the Marusha.
Well, that's why we don't do the math. We like the pretty pictures on Fantasy Top Down.
Yeah, exactly. And you can still go into rewards and see like you burnt this. You're like, yeah, ticked it off.
Yep,
Just you
700
have to
fantasy
go.
points. That's got to be a couple $100,000 easily.
That's it. Exactly. Right. Should we jump into Marketplace? See what we got?
Yeah, I love it, man. We've already got your screen up there, so why don't you take us through it? Where are you looking at in the marketplace? Who are you looking at with an eye towards next week? Where is the big brain of Ezrin kind of located this week?
Okay. So I had not seen the reverse score, so I'm not really going to touch on that one too much.
Okay.
What I'm going to cover off is for the capped leagues, um, that we were used to, talking like gold, silver, bronze here. I did notice there was a decent amount of. Let me go into. So I think the sweet spot for a lot of these is the kind of 2 to 5 star range.
Hmm.
Um, Especially some like standouts that I think have dropped a lot of stars. Um, so let me pull this up. So I think the biggest one that's probably going to be people's go-to is what am I trying to find here? Where is he? Boo, 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 boo. Here we go. Price high to low. Yeah, I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, the one that everyone is going to say is the best bang for buck is your DCF God.
Yep.
Down to a 1 star. Told us last week wasn't going to play, didn't play, now dropped to a 1. Has always been consistent every time he's played. So DCF, that is going to just probably be your biggest price spike. Um, I mean, too late, you know.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
we're seeing it in the chart. That price spike has happened.
yeah. So I mean, I think a lot of people knew this was coming. A lot of people probably stocked up. A lot of people might already be sitting on him. But the fact that we see that price spike anyway is going to just be testament to how much that card is going to help you going into the next week.
Yep, and the value is there, right? We've seen time and time
Yeah,
again. DCF is a great pick at 1 star, 0.04 ETH. I mean, that is a hefty price for a common card, especially with such a supply that he has. But that's the difference between winning and not winning. The next main 22 will likely be that DCF card.
yeah, that's going to rip up. I mean, this card, if anyone plays this card in the reverse tournament, then you're a fool.
Louder for the
Um,
people in back, Ezrin.
I think that's going to be that's like yeah. I mean that is the one that's easily the best value. Moving on to some other ones. So I kind of like the one. Oh, I say one. I was used to two, but one. I'd say the 1 to 5 range is the most interesting. I think this whole top row is crazy value, and to be honest, this whole second row to some degree.
Yeah.
Um, Vo Davis, Cochrane, Marusha, and Relic, particularly if you look at the four. Davis is like, without a shadow of doubt, my second favorite for the current star caps.
Why is that? You
Um,
just big on anthropomorphized Fox PFPs?
Definitely, yeah. No, I mean just consistency. Like, what happened? You know, like
Yeah.
the one I think the one thing that I don't like is like, why was this so bad?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've got a read on that. Potentially he's tweeted about it. I haven't checked, but if whatever it was that made this happen is now over, then this is a big play. That's consistent. Like that is seriously consistent. So
Incredibly,
yeah,
yeah.
Davis. I think Relic, whatever. I don't know. I'm sure people say this a thousand ways,
Dude, I don't
but
know how to say it, especially considering his handle is at Sherlock Hoddles. So I just don't know how that translates to whatever the hell that name is.
yeah. I always liked him to put into like a mid deck because of the inconsistency. But
Mm,
when he plays, and you cook. So if you've got like a middle of the road deck that you think could either boom or bust, this is a boom or bust card to go alongside.
absolutely. I mean, if you
I
if you go back to that chart real quick, Ezrin, you can. I
Yeah, go.
mean, I think you nailed it. He is extremely boomer bust. But what are those absolute top, those highest finishes? What are they at?
Three,
Rank?
4,
Yeah, he can.
basically between 10 and 20.
Yeah, he
A
when he
lot.
wants to, he can get the job done. And I mean, his reach even at only 25K, I've seen him get 4 to 10 million views on something. So when he hits, he really hits. That's why I do like that card even at 3 stars.
Yeah, I agree. Um, and I kept thinking NFT Nick was going to come back from that holiday,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think Clementi's just doing all. Basically, Clementi needs to drop Nick a message or share some of his share some of his ideas because Nick looks like he needs another holiday. To be honest,
And
I'm not even
maybe
going to recommend this one. I'm not even gonna. I did it 2 weeks in a row and it was trash both weeks, so I'm going to lay off. I'm going to lay off. You could put him in a deck with Relic or Relic, and if they boom, they boom. If they bust, they bust. Yeah, I think other standouts in the under five range. I think I saw a good message from Jen. She put a video up saying that she is aware that she's not really done much content and she's
Mm,
working on some stuff.
okay.
So whether we see that next week, I'm not sure. But whenever you get good content from Jen, it's always like a decent video that gets shared a lot. It's good production value. The content's engaging.
Hmm.
So if that video comes next week, then I expect this to be a good value 2 star. Yeah, I'll shoot it back over to you. Feel free to pull any of these guys out. I think this is probably the best. In fact, yeah, hit me with some of your ideas.
No, I love your shouts. First and foremost, I think DCF God. Outside of already owning his legendary, if I didn't, I would be looking to pick up some for really competing in those capped contests. He 1 star must buy. Um, and yeah,
The
I
fact we've
agree.
got a 1 star is wild.
Yeah, just so much flexibility in every other spot you can fill. Like it's kind of crazy.
I'm not used to it. It's like still freaking me out a bit.
Same. And something we didn't touch on in our last little segment there, but something that's interesting is they changed the cap. It went from 2 to 7 stars. Now it's 1 to 8, but they didn't change the number of stars that cap each league. So yeah, it's
No,
still 26 in gold, 22 in silver, 18 in bronze. So I mean, you're gonna have to be a little more methodical about how you build all of your lineups moving forward from here.
actually my head is just going a bit mad here trying to think how this is going to work. But yeah, this is going to
Dude,
be crazy.
I'm not looking forward to this weekend when I have to sit on the couch trying to build these, scrap them
Mm-mm.
all, rebuild them. It is not going to be a fun time, bro.
No, but we will see.
We
We
shall
will see.
see. Yeah. So, loved your picks. Getting into just a few of mine here. Gonna take off all my fun filters and just put it on commons only, just for simplicity's sake. I had a couple I wanted to shout out. We've talked a fair bit on Pentoshi already. We saw him. I'll pull him up real quick. I think we
Yeah,
saw, and you can see from his stats, he was just nothing for almost 2.5 months here, and finally had 2 tweets, shot back up to rank 44. So that says it all, right? He wasn't here for 2.5 months. He even had a tweet explaining, I think his family was going through some stuff, his father with some illness. So wish him and his family all the best. Totally understand him not being around, but it looks like he's kind of back. So not a bad idea to punt on one or two of those. um the other two that
totally
I
agree.
the other two I really wanted to highlight were one we've spoken about in the past here, which is our friend,
Mm-hmm.
another one that's just consonants strung together. So Knv.
Knuff, yeah,
I pronounce it as Nove just because that seems easiest, but dealer's
I
choice
like
there.
it.
But they got back all the way to a 7 star this week.
Yes.
Score in rank 17. I don't know. I've seen a jump like this from 141 up to 17 outside of Pentoshi's that he did this week. That's just massive.
The thing that annoys me about that one is they didn't not tweet.
Mm-hmm.
They just did good tweets, right? So I need to just dig in a bit because I ran this for weeks
Yep.
through all those tough times, and I'm just like, what changed? I don't get. Do you think that's maybe a shadow ban as well? I don't know.
It could be. It definitely could be. It might have been, X just limiting their reach and their visibility. I would not put it past any of these accounts, especially some that post about more controversial topics, let's say. So yeah, it totally could have been that. I will admit I don't own any Nove cards, so they could have been on vacation. Or I know, there was Token 2049 and other kind of conferences in this time. Maybe they were there. I'm not really up to date. Can't give a good reason why, but did just
I'm
want
gonna
to.
dig in a bit.
I think that's beneficial. But
Yeah.
my the biggest flag to me was for weeks and months they were a top 25 hero, even rank 2, rank 4, rank 13. So I am choosing to see this as bullish news. And if the trend continues, if they get another top 20 or 30 finish next week, I'm probably going to fully assume they're
Yeah.
back. And that's going to be my kind of signal to buy.
Go for it. Yeah, I mean, I think we had a decent inflation score as well on them
Hmm.
for a while.
Okay. Oh
What's it
yeah,
at now?
7. Yeah.
So that's one of the benefits when they have like a long stretch of bad times is you sometimes end up getting lucky with your pack openings with some of these people.
Yeah.
So when they come back to life, it's always nice. But yeah, that's a cool one. Cool. I'm feeling a bit better about that. Hopefully, we'll see. And I'll give it another week, see how we pan out.
Yeah, so I'll revisit them next week, and like I said, if they're back in that top range, I think that's a pretty firm sign they're back. But if they dip down again, that's also going to be by confirmation, probably just to stay away because it means they can't be consistent. So I think next week will give us some valuable data, whichever way you kind of want to run with it.
Yeah, I'm in.
And then
Cool.
my sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say cool. That's great. Thanks. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No,
I
no,
was
no, no,
pulling up.
no, man, you're good.
I was
Uh,
pulling up their Twitter, and then
hey,
it like froze.
that's DD about as fast as you can ask for it. Um, my last pick here is for a new 4 star. They're not a new card, but this is by far the lowest they've ever been, and that's our hero Davis right here. Um, so
Love Davis.
you can see very very consistent top 40, top 50 hero in the 30 to 20 range, even as high as 10, 29. And they these last 4 weeks they've kind of went down, back up, ping pong down again. So clearly something happened in here, maybe some vacation, maybe like I said, maybe traveling, maybe some conferences. But the real reason I bring them up is A, the consistency, but B, we mentioned it last week. The hero rewards. I thought they went out last week, but I guess they had a week to claim them, Ezrin. So the hero
Hmm.
rewards are actually being distributed today. And
Okay.
I think that's really important because you can see if you click into their profile, you can see down here on see details, you can see how much ETH they got, what percentage of it they shared with their holders, and then what kind of card rewards they got. Because if heroes share 100% of their rewards, they get more cards of themselves. I think
Ah, right.
I think this deep dives really looks into it more so than just, oh, they scored high, okay, I'll play them. You can get a ton of valuable insight from Fantasy Top DAP, right? One thing that's important is you can see Davis, he is a player. He plays the game, right? This is kind of his hero portal. But if you searched for based carbon, you can see here's his hero and here's his player kind of portal. So you can see he is a player, 76 cards, almost a million fan points. He's got a nice portfolio, definitely collector, player. But the important part, the reason I'm trying to bring all this together is that he will now, after this week, so moving forward, he will have 2 more of his own rares, 5 more of his own common, and a legendary of himself to play. So you better believe,
Soulbound legendary as well, which I think
yes.
is such a good idea. Like, do you want to explain what that means as well? Just
No, no, no. Why don't you? I've been running my mouth for a minute here. So what does that soulbound legendary actually mean here? I see a cute little lock on it, Ezra. What does that mean?
so that means they cannot sell that. That's attached to their wallet, their account. So that I guess the idea from fantasy here is that they want these players to play themselves in the top leagues so that they can then perform week in, week out for their own decks, which then ergo means we all get to win too. So I think that's the idea, which I think is great. I love that idea. I want to see more. It'd be great to see more heroes playing week in, week out, because it gives you a bit of, uh, I don't know. It feels a bit more like it feels like you're gonna get the consistency. You're not gonna be playing somebody who has no bloody idea and just goes, "Why the hell do you guys keep tweeting at me?"
Absolutely. I mean, think about Greg, right? Greg has a million followers. I mean, a very normie friendly account. He went on, he was on he not him, but one of his tweets was on ESPN this past week. They got reshared there like on a funny Q&A section about if you clog a friend's toilet at their house, how do you clean it out? I mean, just the literal definition of a shit post, mind you, but it got picked
Yeah.
up by ESPN. I mean, and again, he gets 22 million impressions, views, just engagement. Imagine what happens if he actually, gets a legendary soulbound, starts playing it, and tweets about Fantasy Top to his million normie followers, right? Like
But
that's the
he's
kind.
got a bunch of ETH in there. Does he? Is he registered?
Yeah, and he shared 100% of his.
Top lad. Look at that.
So he's going to get two of his rares, five commons, and a soulbound legendary. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg might be in the fantasy streets after this week. I can't guarantee it, but he loaded up on his own card, so I'm excited.
Check his wallet. See if I've not even. I mean, maybe we can do this after, but it's up
No,
to you.
no, no. This is prime. Only thing is, you got to get the 16676, so it'll pull up the right one. Here we go.
There you go. Oh my
Oh,
days. Okay.
would you look at that? A couple cards in here in this here portfolio.
Nice, man. He's gonna be playing that Kane in that reverse, the reverse tournament.
Imagine,
That's pretty cool, man. Okay,
imagine,
good.
imagine Greg goes all in on the reverse contest and plays himself and just takes a week off tweeting. GG.
Oh, that would be choose violence. Yeah.
Hell, it'd
Wow.
be it'd be smart. I couldn't blame him for it.
Can you imagine? Wow. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, we want to see more. It'd be great. Do you know one thing I'd love if they could add a link to the player's profile on the um the other page. You know the one. I find it so difficult to like go from a hero profile to a marketplace hero profile.
Yeah, I wish they just had like a little line break, something like down here at the bottom, and then it was just below it, right? Like that'd make it so much easier.
Yeah, because it says registered on Fantasy, but then I feel like everyone says that, so it'd be good if it was like
Yeah,
just link me to the profile. Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, just to wrap it all up, I think that's why Davis is going to be my other big pick there. Whoops, I'm going all over the place here. Yeah, so Davis, he was already a big player. Now he has even more incentive to play himself. Post more on X, right? Up his engagement because he is as incentivized as possible. He's getting payouts from X, payouts from fantasy, payouts from his performance in contests, right? Like it's just one gigantic flywheel that keeps on adding more incentive elements to it. So it's a great change, and I'm really excited to see how it kind of shakes everything up in the weeks in the future here.
Love that. Yeah, I wanna dive into who's all actually a regular player now. Gonna start digging in a wee bit there as well.
Yeah, just another little avenue of alpha, right? That all you have to do is do the legwork. Just look in their tournament history, see who's active. Maybe you prioritize them. Like I said, there's a lot of intuitive features that you can glean from poking around on the site that I think 90% of fantasy top players aren't really using. So I think there's a lot of alpha you can grab here.
Love that. Great points.
Thank you, mate. Last little thing here before we wrap up. I wanted to do just a quick review of some of our shout outs from last week. So I know my big pick was Tyler, the Giga, or I thought his name was Tyler, isn't it?
Oh no, it's Tiger.
Oh,
Tiger.
Tiger. Sorry, Tiger. Duh, rhymes with Tyler. Tiger was my big pick, and I would like to, do my own little victory lap
Hey,
here.
there you go, mate.
He finished, I'd seen a little bit of an uptrend in his tournament positioning. I noticed he had a big Twitter Spaces, so he went from last week
Nice.
25th to this week 29, another top 30 finish. So a little pat on the back for
Congrats.
myself there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who else did we see?
I know. Here, let me flip back one page in my notes. I know Tiger was mine. I think I called out Ram as an early hero that I was looking
Yeah.
at. Again, I'd say he had a strong finish, 19 up to 14 this last week. Again, early days, but those are great numbers, right? So
Yeah.
I'd say yeah.
I think I put in Clemente. Did
Hmm.
Clemente do better?
Let's see. Even if he didn't do better, still a 6-star performance. So I'd say that is, nothing to shake your
I
head
think
at.
he was down. Yeah, he was down a few stars. So, oh god.
Okay, so went from 10 to 50th. So not Not his best week, but
Mm,
still not bad. I mean, it's not like he went to 100. This is still well within his range, right? So I'd
yeah.
expect him to pop up after this week.
Yeah, I think we covered Vidmo being back. I think that was kind of secured. Also, the return of Pintoshi, which ended up working out. Happy days. Happy days.
Yeah, I'd say not a bad week of call outs for us there. Um, and Ezra, I've been teasing you with it for a little while here. I cannot leave you hanging.
Oh,
So
I know what we're doing. I know what we're doing. This is good.
folks,
What?
for the
Oh, this.
800 or so of you who have
Whew.
stuck around here, we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna do a little bit of burning. We're gonna do one burn, but we're
Oh
not
my
burning
God.
commons, folks. We're not burning rares. We're gonna burn a couple of epics right here live on stream.
A couple.
You ever, you
Oh,
ever,
oh, oh, oh my. Okay, okay, okay. Let's do it.
you
Fuck,
ever,
man. I hope this works out.
you ever throw this stuff straight in the trash? Because we might be flushing 0.25 ETH right down the drain, buddy.
Oh God. Let's do it.
Ooh,
Let's do it.
the heart's beating out of the chest. All right, Clover's in
Make
the
sure.
chat.
Oh God.
I need
Yeah.
all the luck, folks.
Jesus
All
God.
right.
You do.
All
Let's
right.
do it, man. Do you know what though? This is a good time. Before you hit that button, you got 5 less shit heroes to get.
Yep.
Right?
That was my thinking.
So, I mean, best chances in
All
a long
right.
time.
All right.
Good luck. Good luck.
Fantasy top
Good
down
luck.
fam. Here we go. Here we go, Ezrin.
Oh God, I don't know if I can watch.
Oh, here, let me pull this off screen before everyone identity thefts me real quick.
Is it off screen?
No, I just have to put in my authentication code.
Oh, I can still see, but maybe that's because I've
Oh,
got
yeah. I think you can see on Video Ninja.
it.
All right.
Right, here we go.
Oh, God, Ezrin, I'm so scared.
Okay. Close your eyes and I'll tell you how many. I'll tell you how many stars.
Okay. All right. Eyes are closed. Here we go.
Right, just click the thing.
All right, it's
Good.
clicked.
Here we go.
Oh my God. Oh.
Oh, it's shockingly bad.
Oh
It's so
no.
bad. It's so bad. Oh no.
Holy fuck.
Oh,
Wow.
Silver.
Could not have been worse than that, folks.
Oh God.
All right,
You need
and
to. You need to. Fuck. That was bad. Man.
well, that is
Ah.
quite the bomb to end, but I think that's where we have to end it, folks. In abject horror. But
Oh God.
you know what we'll do, Ezrin? We'll keep that knower card around for next week, and next time I get an epic off of bids, we'll burn it right back and do a reroll.
Gonna be the best one after that. Yeah, we could just keep running this till you get more than, I don't know, 7 stars.
Hey, I'm here for it.
Yee, man.
That's about our time, man. Ezrin, thank you
Yep.
so much as always. Excellent job and some great pulls, amazing alpha. Thanks, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah, thank you. That was another good one. Love running through this with you, and looking forward to seeing how we do next week, especially with the 5th tournament. It's gonna be fun.
Yes, sir. Yeah, new tournament types, new analysis. We'll have a lot to dig into next week. So, Ezrin, thank you again. And for all 843 of our viewers, thank you for stopping by and making this the #1 show about Fantasy Top in Web3. So, until next week, viewers, Ezrin, take it easy, and I'll see you in the Fantasy Top streets, my friends.
See you later.
All right. Peace.